here's the problem. I have never read the magazine in its electronic format. Never. This came because it was election season. They have a board of directors and officers and all that, and you get to vote for them and send your little postcard in. So they send a physical copy once a year. And guess what? I read this thing cover to cover. This is Jason Kanigan, president of Sales on Fire. Thanks for joining me today for this quick minute. Look, we're going to talk about this magazine right here. And something I noticed. Look, a lot of us send out electronic documents all the time, right? Product fulfillment, proposals, marketing information, the information that we give back in exchange for somebody's opt-in, that lure, right? Free reports, stuff like that. And some of it gets read, some of it doesn't. And it occurred to me, like 15 years ago, we had this situation where regular mail that would arrive in your P.O. box was this overstuffed thing where it was just like, oh man, more junk mail, more bills, I don't even want to see that. And electronic mail was, ooh, exciting, new, I'm going to look at everything, right, that comes in. And over that time period, everything's reversed, right? We look at our email boxes, and I see some marketers who are bragging and they have screenshots of like 13,800 unread emails. I'm not exaggerating, right? And I go, why would you leave it like that? Like, obviously you don't know how to sort, or you just don't care, right? You could do better than that. The stress of having that number sitting there would be too much for me, right? I'd need to deal with it in some way. I have about 200 emails in my current, maybe 150 to 200, in my current email box, and the rest get filed off somewhere. I don't want to deal with them, right? I want to see them as exceptions. When there's something that comes up that says, hey, you need to refer back to this, I'll go, okay, now I need to go fish that out. But as far as stuff, as soon as it goes down 8 or 10 on the list, I'm never going to see it again unless one of those exceptions comes up and I need to go look for it. So, like, everything's switched around, you know? We've got spam-filled email inboxes, and most of that goes to the spam folder. That's awesome. But even the stuff that's coming into I get Gmail spam all the time, or, you know, indicators that this isn't a good thing that just came in, but we're showing it to you anyway. I'm like, well, maybe I need to make a rule that sends that off to another folder, because there's never been anything in there that I want to see. And the thing to notice here is that snail mail, what you get in your P.O. box, is actually, ooh, this is neat. Ooh, somebody sent me actual mail. And so if you want to stand out, start going back to physical mail and see what happens, okay? Send your people, your target customers, your target market, something physical in the mail. And it doesn't have to be expensive, and it doesn't have to be very long. Look, this is the magazine for the National Space Society. It's something I belong to. I've been a member for a couple years now. It's the lobbying arm for civilians to tell the government and NASA what we think that they should do with our spacefaring resources. You know, the plans to go into space and keep us safe from meteors falling into the atmosphere and causing a lot of damage on impact and other things like that. And the funny thing is, when I signed up, you know, and you make your membership fee, which is a donation, they said, tick here if you want to get the magazine electronically, and we'll send it out to you. And that means more of your money from the donation will be spent on our operations rather than producing this magazine. And I thought, well, okay, I'll do that. Here's the problem. I have never read the magazine in its electronic format. Never. This came because it was election season. They have a board of directors and officers and all that, and you get to vote for them and send your little postcard in. So they send a physical copy once a year. And guess what? I read this thing cover to cover. But ooh, it's here, you know. And so when I sign up next year again, I'm going to not tick that box. I'm going to get this physically sent to me, because then I'm going to read it. And so I want you thinking about how direct mail, you know, stuff that comes in the post office box is special now, and your customers, your prospects are actually going to probably read the thing. They're at least going to take a really good look at it, which is something they're not doing with email right now, as far as I can see. You know, if it's not an instant response to something that they asked for, they'll even forget that they signed up for it. I know there are things that I've unsubscribed from that I forgot I signed up for. You know, I try not to be too harsh on, hey, you know, I never signed up for this anyway. I try to not give that as, why are you unsubscribing little survey answer, because I might be wrong. I might have signed up and forgot about Y, or I might have signed up for X and they sent me Y, right? So there are reasons why that could happen, but the key thing to take away from today's video is think about what could you send to your prospects, your target market, your customers, that would excite them, get them actually looking at it, because the chances of them actually looking at it are far greater with a physical thing nowadays than electronic. That's my perception anyway. This is Jason Kanigan, President of Sales on Fire. Thanks for watching.